stuff he'd done before, and it's, you know, it's such a great thing to be able to work with someone that's done so many films and has worked so much. And it's so interesting to see how they conduct themselves behind the camera, you know, when they're not filming, and also when they are filming. I mean, apart from a particular scene, making some faces, he's so professional in what he does. And
I have more scenes with him than you.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, what did you think of this young man on set?
Good. I thought it was very, very, very good. Thought everybody was. We had a really good.
Yeah.
It was a good vibe
It's
on
really
this set,
great.
right?
Really great.
Julianne
Good summer.
made it a nice summer in Georgia. A lot of us had our families. We have young kids, and we had our families there, and all of us. It was a nice feeling in the set.
Yeah.
And we were shooting it, honestly, in one of the most beautiful. It's funny, like 12 years ago, I was making a gift in Savannah, and it was February or January, and I drove out with my wife, and we looked at this little place, Tybee Island. It was 3 miles by 1 mile, and it was all boarded up and cold. We took our dog, still around, out for a little walk on the beach there, and thought, can you imagine what this place is like in summer? And blink, and a few years went by, and there we were. When I first read the script, it didn't say where it was being shot, and I instantly was like, this has got to be taking place in Tybee Island, and sure enough it was.
Nice. Let's check out one from Abigail. It's a doozy. Brace yourself. It's from Nicholas. I myself am trying to become an established and published author. Do you have any advice for me or anyone else wanting to get known? So we'll take that one first and then go on.
Yeah, I think in the end, it goes back to what Miley says and what she learns from her dad. Some of this just comes down to being very good at your craft, and I think there's a learning curve associated with anything, whether it's acting, whether it's directing, whether it's writing, and you have to be willing to put the time in to become better at it. You have to read, you have to write. Then, with that said, it's important to know that it's not magic to get a book published. There are agents out there looking for really quality manuscripts all the time. I know that unpublished authors don't think so, but it's very true. And you get it into the hands of the right agent, and if they like it, they'll submit it to a publishing house. But I think really it's the last part of that that's the hard part, and that is how do you move your book out of the store? You know, if you walk into a Barnes & Noble or a Books A Million or something, you see all these books, why yours? That is the magic question. It's, you know, how does that work in anything? You know, there's a little bit of magic involved, a little bit of luck. You have a good product backing it up, but still there are some elements of just good fortune in that.
Abigail, take a marketing class. That would be a good thing, right? Did you have the whole story in mind? Oh, alrighty.
Did I have the whole story in mind?
We're still on that question, believe it or not. Okay, did you have the whole story in mind when you wrote it, or did you just kind of go with the flow?
No, I had the whole story in mind. I told Miley before I wrote Word One what the whole story pretty much was. Not maybe every single element and personality quirk, but she knew pretty much exactly what the story was going to be.
So you wrote it.
Miley's so gorgeous.
Yeah, pretty much. Right? I mean, I knew if it was going to get made into a film, she was going to play Ronnie. I did know that.
Smart man. So let's go on to the next question now. Thank you. Caitlin O. provided. I'm a huge fan. I was wondering, how did this movie, The Last Song, inspire you?
I think it just mostly inspired me to continue to make films. I mean, going into this, I wasn't sure. I had done the Hannah Montana movie, which doesn't really count because, again, it was like my comfort zone. It was something easy, and it was just an extended kind of version of the show. But, I mean, I went into this being like, hopefully this is something that I really like to do. If not, you know, I always can fall back on my music. And, again, I think I had such a good time that after that, I was like, I don't want it to be over. I mean, even on the show, it's kind of a relief. It's bittersweet, but I'm kind of excited just to move on to something else. This wasn't ready to move on, and it wasn't just, you know, working with just these people, but it's just that are sitting here right now. It was the whole crew that we had, I think. I mean, we were such a family, and even at the rap party, I mean, we said bye to everyone by their names. We had known, you know, 130 people, and I felt like all of them had become one of my best friends, not just the people that were closest to me. So that inspires me to
Can
keep
you
doing
write a
that.
sequel as soon as possible then?
Yeah.
Maybe. We'll see. I think she's moving on.
So let's check out the next question. And this one's from Little Princess Irene. This is from Miley. I'm a huge fan. My name's Irene. Okay.
Right,
I
we're
believe
back
we
in
are
the beginning.
tapped out of questions from the fans. Do you know?
Well, one thing I know.
I've got some off the top of my head. What do you think people are going to walk away from this film with?
Hopefully tears.
Hopefully tears. Hopefully want to see
Tears.
more movies with me. I'm just kidding. No, but I hopefully they just you know what? I really do hope that they walk away knowing just not take any day for granted and the people that are around you. My mom. The reason specifically we did pick this script from what Nick had just said when he sat down on our dinner table and told her. My mom was 18. She lost her dad, and she was like, this is so much the story of my life. I was just wanting to kind of get out and do my own thing. And then, sooner or later you find out that these could be your last moments, and that's when you want to spend every time with them. And that's such a, shorter amount of time, and I think that you should just always, no matter who it is, whether it's your friend, whether it's, your parents, whoever it is, just, embrace every moment that you have with them, because you never, know what could happen or, what life has in store for you.
You should go on a motivational speaking tour.
Should I?
I'm
going to become a pastor.
Shades of Tony Robbins. downstairs.
Have
So
books
we
on
actually
tape.
have some more questions from the fans, from Dee Dee. It's from Nicholas. All of your books and movies are dramatic love stories. From where do you draw your inspiration for them? Dramatic life?
Here and there. I mean, I've been very blessed, had a lot of great things. I've had a lot of sad things too. I think that stories and creativity, it's kind of the same process that everyone here goes through in a different way, whether you're creating music or trying to put something on screen in a particular vision. It goes to an area of creativity, and you'll draw from wherever you can pull it, whether it's your past, your history, what you've learned, things you know, things that you assume, people that you've known. And I'm the same way when I'm trying to come up with a story. When I was doing all of these characters here, I drew this character here. A lot of it was drawn from Miles. He's very much like Miles. For Ronnie, she was in some ways she was like someone that I also knew. So you'll just pull it from anywhere.
Did you go to writing school?
No. Maybe one day if I do, I'll become a good writer.
I think you're doing all right. So. All right, let's go on to the next question now. Lupa, for Nicholas, where do you get your inspiration from? Let's move on to the next one.
Yeah, I think I
Thanks,
got-
Lupa. Thanks, Lupa. You didn't know that was going to be a redundant question? Kelly, with Hearts, much love from Myra. You play a rebellious character in the film. In real life, a lot of people portray you as being rebellious as well. Do you consider yourself this way?
Not rebellious. I have like opinions. I have a way I like to live my life, and I'm not really. I don't know. I just kind of go with the flow, and I am who I am. I wouldn't say I'm rebellious or I'm not, or I'm just kind of me. And I just have my own. I'm not opinionated, but I have my own opinions and my own way of life, and I don't think anyone else is to tell me I'm right or wrong, and I'm not to tell them what they think is right or wrong. It's everyone can live the way that they want, and it's their life. And at the end of it, you're going to want to say, I'm really happy with the way that I lived, and I want the same thing for them. So I think just everyone should, live their life that way.
How was it directing her in that sense?
I'm not an opinionated with Julie.
She's great.
I kept quiet till the end.
No, she's fantastic. I mean, I wouldn't call her rebellious. I would just echo what she says. She is herself, and that's who she is every moment. And when she was playing this part, that's she was fully committed to playing Ronnie and to inhabiting Ronnie, and it's not